Viewers' discretion is advised. I'm Jeremy Harlan.
Saraly.
And welcome to another show of That 420 Show. Let's get started. So today we have a special guest star. Saraly. She's actually my neighbor.
Literally neighbors.
literally neighbors. I've studied with her sister. Miriam. I studied with Miriam. Miriam and I went to school together, so.
I think since elementary.
Yeah, since elementary.
Yeah.
Since elementary, we've been in school together, and then recently we started talking because of your cousin. I also went to school with your cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how you know her?
Yeah, that's why I said hi to her that day. You know, I was like, hey.
Oh, I thought you guys were just like that. Cause
No.
you know when we went to the party?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, we probably since that day, like, we probably just like
Oh
called.
no, she went to San Antonio.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
we
I
went
went
there.
to. Oh, you went there too. What year? Really?
Was it? Yes.
I went 2017. Like 2016 to 2017.
What year were we? 19?
2019.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But I never saw you.
I have braids. Like I'll have my hair braided. I have long hair.
I don't know. That's fucking crazy. It's a small world.
It is. Damn. I never thought Miriam's sister was gonna be my neighbor.
Right?
Like I never even thought Miriam was gonna be my neighbor.
I didn't even know my sister knew she had friends.
I didn't even know Miriam was your cousin. Was cousins of your cousin.
No, Mariam's my sister.
I know she's your sister, but I didn't know she was a cousin of your cousin.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's
So
crazy.
that was a
You know
surprise.
more people.
Yeah, I started
Like,
meeting.
you already know my family. I don't need to introduce.
Right, like I already know everybody, but yes. So you guys know it's Hispanic Heritage Month. So today we're going to bring you some women that made history here in America and worldwide. I think it's just in America, right? Today is just in America. Women who made history in America.
I believe so.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
women who made history in America, but that are Hispanics. So she's going to bring you some fun info, some fun facts about these women.
Okay, so the first person is Ellen Ochoa. On April 8, 1993, Ellen Ochoa became the first Hispanic woman in the world to go into space. Ochoa was aboard the Discovery shuttle for a total of 9 days while conducting important research into the Earth's ozone layer. Since that ground or sky breaking moment, Ochoa has gone on a further 3 space flights, logging 1,000 hours in space in total. That's a lot.
That's so dang.
That's a lot.
1,000 hours. That's like more than 2 years.
I know. And as if her first pioneering mission wasn't enough, in 2013 Ochoa became the first Hispanic director and second female director of the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. So basically she was like,
The
well,
main
she is,
bitch.
like, yeah.
The main bitch for space. Okay, give it up for our Hispanic woman. Her name is, what was her name?
Ellen Ochoa.
Ellen Ochoa. Give it up for her. Congrats, Hispanics, we're out there, especially the women. Joanna Diaz? Or Diaz?
I don't know. Her
Diaz?
name's kind of weird.
Diaz. It's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Diaz. I'm gonna say Diaz.
Bye.
Diaz, porque es en español. We shall overcome, signs Joanna Diaz, legendary folk singer at the March on Washington for Civil Rights in 1963. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Diaz lived by these words as passionate spokesperson for the anti-war effort, its civil rights activists, and powerful
Alright, so I know many of you guys may be talking shit that I stutter too much when I read. Actually, I get too shy when I'm reading that I start stuttering and forgetting and skipping sentence and eating up words or probably not even reading words. So yes, I do stutter a lot when I read. Probably because I get nervous. A lot.
Gratitude singer songwriter Diaz is probably most well known for her relationship with Bob Dylan. Six. Okay, so basically she
Let me just cut to the point.
right. Basically, she was a spokesman, for civil rights in 1963 for war. She was there to bring peace. She was also a songwriter, and she was there giving her voice and all to it. Dolores Fuerte. You want to read it or do you want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Cause I'm bad. Cause I'm bad at it.
Oh, well, I was gonna say take turns.
Yeah, it was just bad. It was just really bad. It was hard to read the. Look how it's written.
No, yeah, I was
It was
reading
kind
it and I
of-
was like, nope.
Yeah, that's what you gave it to me on. It was kind of difficult. It was.
The next person is Dolores Huerta. So doing backbreaking work under the forgiving sun, sleeping in rough shacks with dozens of men to a room, offer below poverty level wages. Farm workers in the early 20th century, most of whom were immigrants from Central America, had a hard, painful, unjust life. That is, until Dolores Huerta and others like her came along. In 1965, Huerta created the United Farm Workers, an organization that worked tirelessly to improve the working conditions for farm workers. By leading boycotts, picketing? I don't know. Protesting and lobbying, Huerta was instrumental in bringing about legislation that protects some of the most vulnerable people in our society.
So she was kind of like Cesar Chavez, in a way.
Yeah,
But the female
Kinda.
version.
Yeah.
She was there for the union.
but she was more for like farm workers. You get me?
Was it Cesar Chavez for farm workers? Was it great? Wasn't it? It was farm workers. Who knows? But yes, it was. What you Google it? Yes, she was a farm, kind of like an activist as well, I guess, for farmers.
Oh yes. Like, so Cesar Chavez was an American labor leader and Latino American civil rights activist, along with Dolores Huerta.
Oh,
He
yeah.
co-founded the National Farm Workers Association, later renamed the United Farm Workers Union. Oh yeah.
So they both work together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they-
That's what I was thinking. I
No
was like,
wonder it sounded too alike. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
it sounds like the same story.
Yeah.
See right here.
Yes.
So everybody knows Selena, right?
Yes, who doesn't like her?
Right. Born Selena Quintanilla on April 16, 1971. Actually, my sister is April 15.
Really?
Yeah, so she's in Aries, just like my sister. That's crazy. I didn't know that. In Texas, the artist known as Selena was a pop star who brought Mexican Tejano music to the mesas. She's one of the most influential Latina artists of all time, winning a Grammy Award in 1993 and a Global Record in 1994 with Amor Frio or Prohibido.
Amor Prohibido.
Prohibido. Amor Prohibido. Selena, along with Rita Morena and Gloria Estefan, was one of the few Latina pop stars who crossed over into the mainstream. She was tipped to be the next Madonna, but tragically, her career was cut short when she was shot by the president of her fan club over a dispute over a letter embezzlement. Embezzlement
That's
of
so
Selena
weird.
company money on the posthumous release of her last album, and a nation murdered the death of this lost talent.
I know.
Selena
know
got
you guys-
shot. You guys know what happened to Selena.
Want me to sing for you guys?
Yeah. Como la flor. Canta el amor. You guys really
The machito.
It's something, pero.
You gotta do
Como
this
me
though.
duele.
You gotta go like
Ay, como me duele.
Como me duele.
It hurts, bitch.
Period.
It hurts, period.
So the next person is Sylvia Rivera. Sylvia Rivera, mixed race Venezuelan Puerto Rican trans woman, was a pioneering LGBT activist who fought tirelessly for trans rights, often credited as a person to, and I quote, put the, quote, T in LGBT activist quote. Together with Marsha P. Johnson, who allegedly threw the first brick in the Stonewall riots, Rivera created the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries. Star? Oh, star. Wow. Wow, now I know what it stands for.
Star?
Star, like, you know, like from the...
The show?
No.
I mean, the channel?
The channel?
From the TV?
Yeah.
She created
I
that?
think so.
What is that for?
Look, Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries. What do you think?
Star.
Oh, no, it's in the presentation.
It doesn't. Oh. Tripping! You're tripping! I like your dance, it's a whole TV channel! False info. False info. She did not.
I just saw Star and I was like, anyways.
Anywho.
So, Rivera created the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries organization,
Not the TV.
which provided a home for trans people living on the streets in 1970s New York. A tireless advocate for LGBT people, ethnic minorities, and the homeless, Rivera dedicated her life to helping others. Sylvia's place and the Sylvia Rivera Law Project were both named in her honor and still work for the safety and rights of LGBT people to this day. So, it happened, technically.
She created whole housing, right? Kind of
Yeah.
housing for LGBT. That's pretty dope of her because let me share this because I'm part of the LGBT community and I feel like I have to say something about this. But relating to this because honestly, when you're part of LGBT, your parents probably not accept you. You just jump into that and you get kicked out of the house and you probably don't have somewhere to stay and it's hard to find a stable place. And a lot of these people end up, hooking up for one night just to have a roof over their head and just to stay at someone's house. And I haven't been through that, but I've heard stories that have been through that situation. And
My friend actually,
where he has, is it here?
he like,
Yeah, where he has to hook up with somebody to stay at someone's house.
so, sorry, I'm
Oh,
gonna cut you out really quick, okay?
Okay.
So, he basically, like, he was my best friend because we had, like, some issues going on, so we kind of, like, giving ourselves some space.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he's the padrino of my older
So you might be wondering what padrino means. That means godfather.
so we're keeping it cool. But like before I knew he was gay, we became friends in high school and we became friends and we became best friends. And to the point where we would sleep together. I lived with him during his vacations here. He'll come here, stay here, like he had the keys to my house and everything. But like he used to tell his parents that he would come here to visit me, but he'll go out to like
Go hook up.
go hook up.
Can I bring them?
You guys.
Okay,
So
so
he'll go hook up.
he'll go hook up, and it's sad because I'm like, you have to like take parents. So his parents thought that we were hooking up. They were, and to one point, we're just like, oh well, it's the time that make them kind of believe that my son is your son, cause they kind of look alike when he was a baby, like to him when he was a baby too. And I was like, well, let's just send that their babies. And he came, the sad part is that he came out when we got out of high school, and his parents wanted to get out. They kicked him out. And I was like, and then within a couple of days, I guess he felt bad, or I don't know, like, how to explain it, because I'm not him, but, like, I don't know, I felt so bad, because he went to them and told them that, what's it called? That was just a joke, that he just wanted to see how they would react. And he just kept it a secret. And I was like, dude, like, just tell them, like, obviously they're gonna accept it, and they have to accept it. And he's the only son. The only, like, they don't have no other kids.
That's even more sad for them.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you're the only kid. One way or the other, they have to accept you. Like, there's nothing
They
wrong.
gotta know you.
Yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, my dad even knows. My dad knows more. Like, he knows, and he has met one of his boyfriends. You get me? Like, my dad's like that. Like, he welcomes anyone. Like, as long as you respect him. Like,
You respect
yeah, like that.
I mean, I've been in a situation like that
Uh-huh.
where I get kicked out. I got kicked out, but I was living with my ex in a car,
Uh-huh.
Keon, and you know we kept it. We were both hustling for our own money. We were trying to get our own little apartment. You know, things happen in relationships, and yeah, we went our own way. He ended up in Chicago.
Oh, really?
And I'm here now. But the point is that every gay person or every LGBT person goes through this situation.
Yeah, at
you
one
know?
point, there's just
Yeah.
something has to happen.
Yeah,
Which is
they
sad. Like,
kick you
come
out.
on, like, get over it.
If they don't kick you out, they treat you like shit. They treat you bad in the house. You know. But that's just that.
But I feel like it's being a little bit, like, little, just very little, but, like, kind of just being out there more. You get me?
Yeah, that's true. You can
We'll
give
go.
me.
Yeah. Are you gonna pause it?